What's going on, everybody? You know we are here dealing with another one of them moments in Nick history where just trying to find answers, and we don't have them all. But hopefully, hopefully, you know, something good is going to come out of all of this. Right? This is the Knicks had a nice test versus the Clippers tonight, and they may get tested a little bit more over the next uh, week or two because there's about 10 games left or so. You know, they got games versus the Cavaliers, game versus Boston. Although, those games might not be like I think they got two games versus the Cavaliers. One might be a good game, which is coming up soon. But the next one, the Cavaliers might sit their players, Boston might sit their players. So Knicks may not be tested that much coming up. But we got to see what's going on. I mean, there's a lot of questions that had to be answered, especially tonight. Could Tyler Kolek show up again? The Knicks have been playing against kind of inferior competition, so could he do it against a better team on the big stage? Could the Knicks continue to find ways to win without Jalen Brunson? Could they continue to believe in each other, move the ball, play that type defense that we've seen lately? All questions that needed to be answered. And obviously, the game is over, so we'll talk about it. I don't know if we have an answer to the questions, but we'll see. Stay tuned. SKF Weekly. We'll be back. Let's go.
Say go, New York, go, New York, go. Say go, New York, go, New York, go. Say go, New York, go, new team, it's the same dream. New Knicks City uniform, they stay clean. I just caught mine off of Fanatics in the garden with my hands in the air, we back at it.
What is going on? Welcome back to SKF Weekly. You see it? We are in the building. I'm your man, Ron. That's my brother. Oh, that is my other brother. I'm holding it down, y'all. I'm holding it down. We got to do what we got to do. We're gonna make it all right, man. I'm here. I'm here. We out here in these streets. But yeah, man. Tough one tonight. Tough one tonight, folks. Unfortunately, the Knicks just, that says, that says it all. They just ain't have it. They just did not have it tonight. Like, it looked good, right? It looked good to start the game. We felt good about it. It looked like they had something going. First quarter. Let's take a look at this quarter by quarter. Let's see what we got going on here. Is it allowing me to get quarter by quarter? No, not yet. Not officially. Maybe because the game just ended. Let me refresh. See if it does it. It's only allowing me to see the game charts quarter by quarter. That's not what I want to see, but it's okay. It is what it is. Let's just say the Knicks were off to a good start. They had a nice lead at times in the first half. Obviously, the Clippers continued to fight. They kept the game close. And they chipped away, and then going into the halftime, it was kind of anybody's game, right? But here's the thing that bothers me. And is it because the Knicks just ran out of gas because of the back-to-back games? I don't know. Did the Clippers come out of halftime and do something different? I don't know if they did. Maybe they turned up their defensive intensity a little bit, but I don't think they did anything that different from what we were watching in the first half. It's just one of those things where, we just didn't have enough. We just didn't have enough for them. And they are. I mean, listen. Say what you will about the Clippers. The Clippers have been playing well lately. They're a good team. They may not be considered a championship contender. I mean, they're always going to be there somewhere, but they may not be what people thought they would be. But they still got a really good squad. Let's see what they are at. They are 41-31. They've won 8 of their last 10. Yeah, I mean that's they've been playing good basketball. And on the flip side, the Knicks are 5-5 in their last 10. So there's that. Yeah, I don't know. Right now, it's very tough, very tricky with this Knicks team. It's a bad thing because now it's going to be the excuse that everybody gets to point to now. Like we can't shake it. We can't get away from it. Every time we play a good team, it's a struggle. I'm not saying we have to be dominant, but we got to win. I mean, we only beat up bad teams, and sometimes those bad teams make it interesting. So it's not as convincing sometimes, even with those. I mean, these last couple games maybe, but still, like I don't know what it is. I don't know. I liked what I saw from the Knicks tonight as far as the offense. I liked how they were moving the ball. They look pretty good. They looked like they were believing in each other. And OG definitely showed he still got the aggression going. I mean, he's something clicked with him. He's definitely trying his best out there to put points up. But when you look at the bottom line, 113 points is not bad. It should get it done. That can get you a lot of victories in this league. But if you look at contribution wise, forget who scored how many points. Just contribution wise, OG, Josh, who didn't shoot well, 3 of 9 and 0 of 4 from 3. But OG, Josh, Carl, McCall, Payne, that's 5, Shamit, Precious. 7 guys. We're not talking about 7 guys in double figures. We're just talking about 7 guys that actually scored the basketball. You got nothing from Tyler Kolek. Something's gone on with him. Like it looks like he's lost his confidence in his shot, but he hasn't taken enough to really get it back. That'll come back in time. Unfortunately, Campaign went down. That didn't help. And of course, Campaign goes down when he's got it going. Like he was cooking. So yeah. So that didn't help. I don't know, man. It's next man up. We got to see DeLon Wright. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. Shout out to all y'all. Appreciate y'all tuned in. Andios NYK in the building. Salute to you. Lena Franklin is here. What's going on, Lena? Let's go. Angel Torres is in the building. Salute, Angel. We got Craig in the building. What up, Craig? Joey Rip 'em Up Sports is here. Crim's dad is in the building. What up? A member of the SKF Army, by the way. Also, we've got Juan Rivera in the building. What up, Juan? Good to see you again. Randu's in the building, a member of the SKF Army. I think I already said what's up to Joey Rip 'em Up. We got Jimmy Henry in the building, another member of SKF. Salute to you. 713 Gamer in the building, another member of the SKF. Salute. L Dammit's in the building. Pew Pew is here. Pew Pew Pew. Another member of the SKF Army. Salute to you. Just Knicks is in the building. SKF Army is coming through strong. Let's go. The members is out here. Keith Turner's in the building. What up, Keith? Yeah, so Jimmy asked the question, do we as New York Knicks fans think Tibbs could elevate this team? No, I think this is this is it right now. It is what it is. I think Tibbs is working with what he's got, and they're going to play the way we're used to seeing them play. Expecting anything different from them, that comes from a different voice, not from Tibbs. I mean, still, I just think that this is it's a problem that shows that the Knicks are missing something. And they continue to be missing something. I know we know Jalen Brunson is missing. So, but I'm just saying outside of that, we're missing something because we can't be consistent. Which makes sense. Because I mean, one of your best players is not consistent. How was he tonight? I think he was okay, if I'm not mistaken. How did Matteo look tonight? 7 of 16, 43%, 43.8 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3 for 17 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 steal. I'm not going to be mad at that. And I think as most Knicks fans, nobody should be mad at that. That's decent. That's decent. We can deal with that. I mean, 17 points, 9 assists from Mikal Bridges, who, you know, he moves the ball, but he don't really move it like that. 9 assists is nice to see. And he chipped in his little 4 rebounds. We know he don't rebound the ball. We already talked about OG's game. He played well. Cat played incredible. I don't know. In a game like this, unfortunately, see, this is not a good thing, guys. Cat had 34 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. What more do you want? Like, he shouldn't have to do more than that. That should be enough. But in the game like this, you need Cat to go for like 50. And that's asking a lot. So, I don't know. I don't know what else you can have. Every time we take a step forward or we look like we are improving on something, or you get a little contribution from someone else that hasn't been there. Like Campaign has been struggling lately. Tonight he gets it going. Now he tweaks his ankle. What's happening? Like, come on, man. I mean, Shamet played almost 20 minutes. He had 6 points, but he was 2 for 5. So, okay, part of the reason, and I mean, some people want to blame Shamet for certain things. I'm not blaming Shamet for that. I'm blaming the team. I'm blaming the coach for not running more plays for a guy who can shoot from outside. Like, what are we doing? We down players. We got to make up for something offensively. Let's do something. I don't care if you go back to the old days with the Fournier plays, the dribble handoffs. Give me something. Get Shamet some good looks. Something's got to happen, man, because these guys, you know, they're doing enough. Mikal Bridges did enough in a game where he wasn't hot. He did enough. Cat definitely did enough, and OG did enough. So they got to get it from somewhere else. Josh, you know how Josh is, guys. Josh is just going to struggle because he's not a good shooter. I mean, he had 7 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. It is what it is. That's going to happen, and that is fine. We only look at Josh like he's some extraterrestrial because of the crazy numbers he puts up. But I mean, this is average. This is like 5 rebounds from a 6'4" guy. Like, you know, this is what you could expect. Can't be mad at Josh when he has an average game. When he has a bad game, okay, you can be like, oh, okay, Josh stunk it up. But not only did he have 7 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, he had no turnovers. So I don't want to say this is a bad game for him. It just, he didn't have it going. And yeah, but that's it. Like, that's what this team is. Precious played. I mean, I can't. How am I going to be mad at Precious? He had 6 points in 8 minutes and 3 rebounds. If anything, that's an indictment on Tibbs and his usage. Mitchell Robinson played 12 minutes, had 2 rebounds, 1 assist. I don't know. I wasn't able to watch the beginning of the game. So I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened with Mitch. Hopefully he's okay. I hope he didn't tweak anything. You guys can let me know in the chat because I missed it if he did. And that's it, man. That's it. And I don't even like what the bench looked like. So tonight's bench was Tyler Kolek, Mitchell Robinson, DeLon Wright, Marjon Beauchamp, Anton Watson, and PJ Tucker. So I guess they've decided that Pacom needs to stay in the G League for now because he wasn't on the bench. I assume that because they played, I mean, I don't know how it matters. He didn't play a lot. I guess because they played McCullough Jr. yesterday, he wasn't available today. I don't get it. I really don't know what's going on. I don't know. Maybe that's how they alternate because of the two ways to allow guys to get a chance to be out there if they need them. But who do you go to right now when you know campaign went down and say for defense, all right, DeLon Wright plays decent defense. You could plug him in there. But what if you needed scoring? Who do you go to? Marjan Beauchamp? I don't think so. Anton Watson? Maybe, but I haven't seen enough of him to see that that's real. We know PJ Tucker is just there for window dressing right now. So who's left? There ain't nobody else left. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the rotation is looking like in this situation. I think you need to have a scoring option. You got to have a Pacom Dadier or even Kevin McCullough Jr. out there. Not that he's ready yet, but at least you know he averaged 18 points in college, and you know he plays defense, and he's got good height. Like, you need one of those two guys available. Oh, boy. I don't know, man. Frustrating. That's just frustrating. Craig says that's coaching. Mm-hmm. That's a tough one. He has all of our scores on the bench for the second quarter and expects to win. That's a tough one. B-Ballers in the building. What's going on? He said, I don't need 34 points from Cat if he's going to let Zubac destroy him. Yeah, I mean, that's his weakness. You may have nailed it right there, Crims, that Cat plays offense like a dog and defense like a mouse. Yeah, you might be right. That might be it. Double D's in the building. He says, my question is, does Tom Tibbs and Leon Rose communicate? Does he tell his boss what's missing, what he believes this team needs to get to the ECF? It feels / looks like they have who they have, and they wish everything goes well. Yeah, I mean, I just think that, look, we talked about it multiple times. I think the Knicks had better ideas about what the team roster was going to look like. Oh, well, there you go. Look, I'm looking at highlights right now. That's why they weren't available. Both McCullough Jr. and Dadier were on the G League team. I just don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. They need to play. I just think you need one of those guys on the bench for the Knicks. Like, they should be incorporated. Like, we need some extra. We don't have extra scoring off the bench. So why would you send both those dudes? And why is Pacom Dadier, if he's not hurt, why is he still in the G League? I don't know. Shout out to E. Gibson in the building. What up, E. Gibson? Salute. Oh, let me do this too, since I'm rocking here for a little bit by my lonesome. If you guys want to call in, the phone line is up. Let me see. Where is the number? Is 347-305-7280. Once again, that's 347-305-7280. If you want to call into SKF Weekly, you may do so. There's the number. Crim's dad says, every time Tibbs talks to Leon Rose, Rose sees what the team is missing, the courage to fire Tibbs. Jeez. Shout out to Amani the Great in the building. What up, Amani? He said, salute my brother. How you doing, man? God bless. Same to you, bro. Always good to see you. I mean, I agree. Shamet is I mean, the way the Knicks team is built out, we need Shamet to do something, but you got to figure out ways to use him better. I mean, 5 shots is not enough, especially when you have a team that's lacking in scoring. We're still, I mean, we're lacking a 26 point per game scorer, and then the bench, we only had 7 guys that actually scored any points. It's just not enough, man. It ain't enough. It ain't enough. I mean, sure, it's fine if your 7 guys each had 20 each. That's fine, but that wasn't the case. Yeah, this is tough. Oh, let's take a look at this. Let me put this up so you guys can see it. I mean, I was already looking at it, but you know what I mean. You know how it is. Let me move myself out the wizard. Nah, here we go. All right, so 12 total bench points. Yeah, I know that's terrible. Shout out to Ankra 99.99. What's going on? Tibbs might be blackmailing Rose. Tibbs got something on him. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's crazy. 12 total bench points is nuts, E. Gibson. Shout out to HRM the Great. What up, my brother? And appreciate you for being a member of the SKF Army. What up, Ivory 10? We got killed on the boards. Well, let's take a look at that. You might be right. Knicks had 47 rebounds. They had 48 rebounds. Nah, we weren't killed on the boards. I mean, maybe in the fourth quarter. I don't know how it all shook out, but they had 35 assists. We had 27. No, sorry. We had 35 assists. They had 27. Interesting. They shot 51% from the field. They shot 53% from three. Here we go again with this, guys. You guys notice that when we lose these games, we get smacked from three. Have you noticed that? We give up high 40s or low 50s when we lose these games a lot of times. We get smacked from three. It's crazy. And conversely, the Knicks shot 50% from the field, which is not bad at all. And then they shot 38% from three. Once again, not bad, but just wasn't enough. 72% from the free throw line. That's not good. They shot 83% from the free throw line, which is much better. What was the turnover game looking like? Turnovers. They had 5. We had 9. Okay. Uh-huh. We had 1 block. They had 8 blocks. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. That's I mean, the other thing too is like you're talking about two very different scorers, and both of them were able to be comfortable against us. Like Kawhi scores a certain way. He had 27, 10, and 7, almost a triple dubs. James Harden scores a very different way from Kawhi. He had 29, 6, and 6, and 2 blocks. And back to my whole point, yes, did they get a bunch of points from, I can't even say it, specific guys? Not really, but they had a good amount, like 29 from Harden and 27 from Kawhi. 19 from Powell, and then 18 from Zubac, which is nuts. 18 and 10. But then they also got other people just contributing. 9 points from Chris Dunn, 6 from Batum, 4 from Bogdanovich, 2 from Ben Simmons. That's crap, but whatever. And then 12 from Derek Jones. Other people have to contribute somehow. It's crazy. Landry Shamet had a plus or minus 29, the worst on the team. And he plays like it. He can be replaced by one of the young guys, and we won't even notice it. I mean, listen, at this point, you're not wrong. At this point, you're not wrong because as much as I like Landry Shamet's intensity, I like the fact that he looks very active out there on the defensive end. I mean, he's right there in front of guys. He's moving. He's jumping in pass lanes. He's not doing nothing, though. I mean, I'm sorry. I feel bad for the guy because he's super active and he is right there, like all up in your face with all the defensive moves. He ain't stopping nobody, though. He's jumping in pass lanes and he ain't grabbing the steals. Like it's just a lot of activity with no results. And then offensively, it's just nothing. There's nothing coming from it. Like you can be a decent shooter, but if you're not getting up enough shot opportunities, then you're not scoring enough points. Then that shooting, what is it? You're just like anybody else. I don't know. I don't know, man. Um. E. Gibson said, "I agree with B. Baller. Our bench needs an upgrade in the offseason. It needs to be a priority." I agree with that, 100%. Keith Turner says, "I keep telling people I love Mitchell Robinson, but he gives you nothing on the court. A lob every now and then. I mean, he was good up until until this last game. And this game, I mean, he sat out 2 games. I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe he tweaked something. I don't know, but he hasn't been available to them. So, did that mess him up a little bit? Just missing that. I don't know. He definitely didn't do much tonight. Joey Rip 'em Up Sports says Mitch might be hurting. He looked horrible. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Back to Shamit. He looks active, but he affects nothing. I know. It's a shame. I don't know what to say about that. Crazy. All right, get that out of there. Go back to. Oh, and guys, don't forget, if you haven't already, please tune in tune in or sign up and check out the SKF Discord. It is up and running. So by all means, we'd love to have you in there talking more Knicks, and just interacting more with the community. We will continue to pump out more and more content as we go along and add more things to the Discord to make it even more enjoyable as a destination to jump in. We were having some good conversation earlier today. Myself and Juan were in the Discord chatting it up with some other SKF Army members. It was pretty good. So yeah, but definitely, guys, you are welcome to join the Still Knick Fans Discord and check it out. Costs nothing, hurts nobody, but it's good for the soul. Yeah. Once again, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but we are going to be doing another quick little mini raffle, just of the stuff that we already raffled off that wasn't claimed because the winners didn't step up. So we're going to do that again on Saturday. Just keep that in your mind if you are available to check it out. For the SKF Army members, just trying to give a little something back for all the support and help that you guys have greatly, given your time to this channel for it. We really appreciate it. So thank you once again. All right. And let me I gotta get you guys the thingy, the address thingy, so that you can join the Discord channel. I'll get that for you, and I'll pin it to the chat. All right. Okay. So next question, guys. Jalen Brunson apparently is ahead of schedule. When Jalen Brunson comes back, will this team be better, or will there not be a change? What do you guys think? Because I know a lot of people complain about the style of basketball that Jalen sometimes brings to the court with the ISO ball, and the stuff that Tibbs be running, and guys kind of get used to watching Jalen do his thing, and they get lost, right? They don't move the ball. They don't believe in each other as a team as much. And we don't see, really nice basketball being played the way we've seen lately. What do you guys think? When Jalen comes back, do we get better, or do we, stay the same? Shout out to Jimmy Henry. He says, NYK fans, I feel worse looking at Tibbs coach New York Knicks than when Derek Fisher was coach. Whoa. That's rough, man. That's saying a lot. It was kind of tough in them Derek Fisher days, bro. I don't know. Ew, that's a rough one. Um, I don't know if I feel that way, but I get you. I get you. That's tough. Also, shout out to everybody that's tuned in on X. Appreciate everybody, and on YouTube. Salute. So B Baller says it will not be better. We'll win games, but it will require Jalen staying healthy. They haven't learned anything without him. Okay. Mm, mm. Joey Rip 'em Up Sports says better against bad teams. That's about it. Ugh. Wow. And then Imani the Great says Tom Thibodeau is running his team like it's his last team ever to play in the NBA, and he does not care who he runs down or eventually gets hurt because he knows he needs to win and win now by all means. Man, that's tough. Shout out to Macau Wells in the building. Said nobody in the Knicks bench is assertive. They all defer instead of looking for a shot. That's true. There's a lot of guys that aren't as aggressive as you like them to be, and they do get kind of caught up in just I guess they don't want to be in the doghouse or making a mistake or whatever. I don't know what it is. I'm still trying to figure that out myself. so might not be wrong there. E. Gibson says our play has been inconsistent, especially on the defensive end all year. It won't improve on that end. And that's been the problem. That's the thing that's crept up lately is not the fact that we don't play good defense on the perimeter. That's always been the case. Now we've struggled to play good defense, period. Like in general, we've been struggling to play good, consistent defense. So that's not good. That's not the way you want to win basketball games. That makes it very tough. How can you have any level of consistency if you don't play good defense anymore? Well, I don't know what happened. And there's no reason. It's not like we don't have defenders out there. Even with distributing PG in the even with a distributing PG in the lineup, you just get the feeling Cat will break the play, wave off the point guard, and force some kind of dumb action. I mean, I don't know. I can't really be mad at him tonight. Everything he was doing looked pretty good. I mean, he had a couple moments where he forced the issue that you would prefer he didn't. You know what I mean? That's how he can draw offensive fouls, by doing stuff like that, or travels, because he be running like I don't know, kind of wild sometimes. 4 turnovers, yeah. But that's also in a situation where you're playing against a good team. You know you need to score. You know you're down a player, a very important player. Guys do try to force the issue sometimes, and that can create a lot of turnovers. And if you look at a lot of the games when guys had really good games where they scored a lot of points, a lot of times those guys have multiple turnovers because they've tried to do so much out there on the court that they run into mistakes. So, I mean, am I going to kill him for being active? I shouldn't say that. You know how this platform is. Am I going to be mad at him for, trying hard and making some mistakes? No. But I just want him to be smarter out there. There's no reason to drive into 2 guys as a 7-foot center. I mean, you just don't. I don't care how good his handles may be for a 7-foot center. You're not getting through 2 guys waiting for you in the paint. Like sometimes he's got that little move where he can get through one guy and he swings it over with his hand. Okay, that works ever so often. You can't do it all the time, right? So it's just tough. The Knicks are currently 45-27, right? That sounds about right. Yep, 45 and 27, which means 65, 72. Exactly 10 games left, like I said. I don't know. I mean, I used to think they were going to get to high 50s. Some people were saying 60 wins. Well, that's out of the question. If they ran the table, they could only win 55 games. None of us think they're going to go 10 and 0 right now. So, realistically, the Knicks are 5 and 5 in their last 10. Do you guys think the Knicks can win 5 games? I mean, do you think we can get to 50 wins? That's a realistic question nowadays because of the way they're playing. You can ask it and it's not a given. So I'm wondering what y'all think. Nick Yak says 52 games isn't a good record. Yeah, but I mean, I don't even know if they're going to get to 52. Can they get to 50? And really, it's at this point, it's not even about the amount of wins anymore. It's about the seeding, right? Will they stay in third or will they get bumped out of third? Can they move up at all? Probably not. I mean, they're 5 games behind Boston with 10 games to play. Statistically, that doesn't really favor the Knicks. So the best they can do is stay in third place. Indiana is right behind them, 3 games back. And Detroit and Milwaukee are 4.5 games back. Although that news that Milwaukee got about Dame Lillard is not great, and that doesn't help them. Hopefully he gets well soon. Got a call coming in. Caller, you are on live with SKF Weekly. Your name and where you calling from?
This is Randu, 1973, from Jersey.
What's happening, Randu? How are you, brother?
I'm good, man. Just watched this Knicks game tonight, man. Lost to another good team.
Yeah, man, I hear you. Could you just turn down the whatever you got going on in the back, because I can hear you twice.
Hold up.
Yeah, no problem, brother.
Yeah, man, I'm like, and I was hoping, man, we can get the win tonight after winning last night, but I don't know, man.
I mean,
people saying, man, we a better team than last year, but I won't believe that till we go further in the playoffs than we did last year. Then I'll believe we a better team than last year. Because if we get no further this year than we did last year, then we ain't no better than last year.
Very true. Right now, I don't think they're better.
The playoffs better than last year. We won't go to the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Right now, I don't think we're better than last year. With Jalen Brunson back healthy and everybody else healthy, we got to see. We got to see how they play with everybody. And like with Mitchell Robinson playing the way we're used to Mitchell Robinson playing, because he's the key to this Knicks team going forward, because the Knicks team is missing something. Even when Jalen was healthy, we were missing something, especially on the defensive end. So they need Mitch. Mitch is a big part of whatever the Knicks are trying to do going forward. So,
but yo, you want to know something though? I'm glad you brought Mitch's name up, because after a person have surgery, a lot of times they not what they used to be. And I hope that's not the case with Mitch, but that might be the case.
Yeah, I mean, I hope you're wrong, but you could be right. I mean, he's looked good. The last 2 games that he played was the best we've seen Mitch since he's been back. He looked pretty good, because I've been saying that something was missing with him he wasn't rebounding the ball well. He wasn't defensively. He was getting to spots, but he was getting to spots a little slow, so he wasn't really blocking shots or affecting shots the way we used to Mitch doing it. His timing was a little off. But those last 2 games prior to him taking a little a seat, he looked like he was getting back to the old Mitch. So I don't know. I don't know enough about, like I said, I wasn't able to tune into the game early enough in the first half, so I didn't see what happened. I don't know if they just planned. Maybe he was feeling a little discomfort, and that's why they chose to sit him. And then they brought him back tonight, but said we're only going to play him a short amount of time just to see how he looks out there. But they didn't want to push it. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. I guess we'll find out more if anybody asks the question. If any of these reporters ask Tibbs or any of the players, or even Mitch himself, what's going on with him? Because I don't understand how he only played 12 minutes.
Yeah, but there's one problem that's been evident the whole year, and that's the biggest problem we got is our bench.
100%.
In the off season, that got to be worked out. That's the biggest priority in the off season is the building the bench back up. Because the last 2 seasons before this year, we had a pretty good bench.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got the worst bench in the league.
It's crazy. It's unbelievable to think that you like you said it. We had a really good bench for a few years now, and it somehow got to this point where we just hope each game that somebody's going to step up and do something, but it's not a given. It's not a given at all, man.
Now, just think, 2 years ago, our bench consisted of Obi Toppin, Quickly, Grimes, who else?
Obi Toppin,
Josh Hart was
Quickly,
on the bench 2 years ago, right?
Grimes,
Yeah.
Hart was on the bench. I mean, just last year our bench was good. I mean, with what we had,
Hartenstein was our backup center 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago. Yeah, that was our bench 2 seasons ago.
I mean, I don't know, man. I find it hard to believe that we, drafted the way we drafted, and we weren't able to get players to fill in spots, but we don't use the young guys that
I'm gonna tell you
can score.
one reason. See, when they made that trade for Cat, and then we went all in and got Bridges, we put all of our money into that starting 5 to build the starting 5. The bench got neglected pretty much after that. But the thing is, I understand you don't want to play rookies, but Beauchamp ain't a rookie. PJ Tuck ain't a rookie. Hell, Wright ain't a rookie. But I'm going to say this, though. We gave up Sims for nothing. We could have kept Sims.
I mean,
we gave up Sims for nothing.
I mean, we did him a favor, but I don't know how much more he would have done to help us right now. But I mean, getting rid of Sims, what it did was it did allow for Huck Porter to be able to play more minutes, but then he got hurt. He got hurt, so that's the bad thing. Maybe we'd be talking different if Huck Porter was healthy.
Before he got hurt, but he was playing a little better.
Yeah.
He was getting, he was moving a lot better out there. How long did they say Huck Porty gonna be out for?
They said that they just said that he'd be back or be available more close to the end of the regular season.
He was sitting on the bench tonight. He wasn't even sitting on the bench before.
Yeah, well, he's not ready yet. He's not ready yet. But they did say he'd be close to ready by the end of the regular season. So, we got 10 games left, I guess, within the next 5 or 6 games. Maybe he might pop up. Whether or not they use him, I don't know.
Now, Brunson is going to be reevaluated, I think, Saturday.
Yeah. I would assume, if I'm a betting man, I assume that Brunson starts practicing after Saturday.
Or next week.
Yeah.
What's up with Deuce?
Deuce is a problem, man. A groin injury is a tough injury to have. And, this just hasn't been Deuce's year, man. He's got all types of injuries that he never experienced before. He's been hurt all year, basically, because he keeps getting these nagging little injuries that keep, knocking him out. Let's see. Where's he at now? What's it looking like?
Yeah, because his offense, his shooting has definitely been down from last year. Defensively, he looks better defensively, but little bit better defensively, but his shooting ain't what it was last season.
Deuce will probably be back in another 2 games or so. I think, because that injury, he needs some time to heal. A groin contusion, that hurts, man. But if he gets a little time to heal, the cold compress, rubbing it down, putting all the other stuff that they do, them NBA players get, I'm sure they'll put him in different scenarios to heal up a little better and decrease any swelling he might have or whatever it is. I expect him to be back in a couple games or so. I don't know. I mean, I don't know too much about groins unless it's a pulled groin. That's different. But I think it just says he's got a groin contusion. So.
Yeah, the Knicks this summer is definitely going to have to prioritize building the bench up. That's something they definitely got to prioritize.
I'm with you, man. Hey, listen, Randu, this is going to be an uphill battle, brother. We got to hope for the best and hope that these Knicks players buy in.
Knicks can hold on to the 3 spot, or you think they might end up dropping the 4?
No, I think they can hold the 3 spot.
Because Indiana, the last 12 games, Indiana's been looking better the last 12 games.
They have.
I mean, they still got problems offensively, but they've been playing better. And the way we playing, they might catch us.
Yeah, but they still 4.5 games back with 10 games left. So, I mean, that gives the Knicks a little bit of a cushion. And unless we think the Knicks are just going to lay down like dogs and just, let everybody run over them, which I don't think is going to happen.
Let me ask you this question before I go, though. Do you think it'll be better for the Knicks to fall to the 4th spot and end up playing Cleveland in the 2nd round than Boston?
That's a tough one, bro. Honestly, I don't know. I know a lot of fans would definitely rather play Cleveland than Boston. I don't know. I respect Cleveland a lot more now than I've ever respected them before. Like, they show me some things this year, and I know they've struggled lately. I know they lost like 4 in a row at one point. But I just feel like they're a tough team that you gotta watch.
Yeah,
you gotta watch them. So
yeah,
I don't. Honestly, it doesn't matter, man. Either one of these teams. It's all about the Knicks. I'm less worried about who the Knicks play and more worried about the Knicks team that I'm going to see out there. That's what concerns me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. But once again, man, I appreciate the call, Randu. Hey, man, we'll see what happens, bro. But I hope for the best.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Have a good night.
You too.
Shout out to Randu from Jersey. Let me see here. Jimmy Henry said, how many New York Knicks fan viewing parties have there been after the All-Star games? Fans are frustrated with the style of play and coaching. This was to be my exciting year of hope. Yeah, I mean, this year has been pretty tricky. It's been kind of tough. It hasn't gone off without a hitch. It's been a little tricky. So there was a lot of excitement coming into the season, a lot of excitement during the season, especially early when we were putting up big numbers against teams and that offense looked incredible. But then once we got into some level of adversity, things kind of calmed down a little bit. But then when we just started playing bad for no reason at all, like the defense started getting worse, the 3-point shooting went down the tubes. That's when I think fans got frustrated. That's when I think that it was more like, what's going on with this Knicks team? As we watched Boston cook everybody, as we watched Cleveland cook everybody, and the Knicks were struggling. So I get it. Yeah, this has been one of them years. E. Gibson said expectations have been raised and we have issues to be addressed. Has Tibbs reached his ceiling? Depth, RD, and overall consistency. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that is what I'm not saying yet because I'm not thinking of it in that way. Maybe that's what it is, E. Gibson. Maybe Tibbs has reached his ceiling with this team. The only thing is, the one thing that keeps holding me is because we have not been able to play everybody healthy playing their best basketball. And I'm not talking about what the defense does playing against good teams and them stopping us. I'm talking about the Knicks just going out there, everybody healthy and playing the way we expect them to play. Like even when we had Mitch, he wasn't playing up to par yet. Then when Mitch started playing a little better, there was no Jalen Brunson, right? So until I see, if we ever see, I hope we do, everybody out there playing like we expect them to play, it's hard to say what this team can be. This team could be one of those that doesn't get it right until the playoff starts. Don't know. Shout out to Knicks will be 2025 26 champs in the building. What's going on? A member of the SKF Army says the sky isn't falling. I agree. He said, Keith said, we're never going to see that, unfortunately, Ron. I mean, I know it's been very tough for us to see a whole healthy team. I don't know what it is. Like, we've been cursed for the past couple of years. We just can't be healthy. I don't know what's happening. Like some nagging injuries somehow. We just cannot be healthy. Hopefully, Deuce can come back healthy as well. And even when he's ready to come back, maybe they should sit him for a game anyway, just an extra game. Like, just make sure that groin contusion is a little better than we think it is. Like, I don't know. I just don't think the Knicks should be taking chances right now. Bottom line is the Knicks are going to make the playoffs, right? But if you get in, you want to have players to work with, right? Because we already can see tonight wasn't it. Like, we just did not have enough, and guys that were in there didn't do much. I mean, I'm talking about the bench pieces. So we need Deuce. So I'm going to take my time with Deuce and make sure when he's coming back that he's feeling good. I'm not saying take too many games, but if he misses another 3 games, I'm not mad at it. We just need Deuce back, healthy. We need Brunson back healthy, obviously. I'm a little worried about that. I don't want them to rush Brunson. I don't want Brunson to rush himself, which he might do. I mean, he's got to listen. You say what you will about him. The dude has heart and he has a will. Part of the reason why he was on those championship college teams. It's part of the reason why he's able to hit so many clutch shots. Like, he's got a strong will. But that will could be a problem, man. Listen, he come back too fast, and you know what I mean. So I hope he's not pushing it to the limit, and it's, even though he might be a fast healer, I hope he's doing it right. because we saw. Listen, guys, last year when they played Indiana, once OG went down, we were cooked, right? But even if we had beat Indiana and made it to Boston, Jalen Brunson went down. We were cooked. So, that was even worse. We didn't have no Julius Randle. We didn't have no Karl Anthony Towns. That would have been really bad. At least the Lakers beat the Pacers tonight. Yes, I agree. We needed that. That helps. Yeah, I know. That's what I mentioned. He has a groin contusion. Wow, Craig is like first round exit team. I don't know, man. I think if the Knicks are all healthy, honestly, I think I just think that the Knicks they have a certain way of playing basketball. We may not all agree with it. It may not always look pretty, and it may not make sense sometimes if you want to have a good, consistent winning team going forward, but it works for them. And I think if Jalen Brunson had been healthy these past 3 games, for example, I think the Knicks would have won. I mean, not even 3 games. These past 5 games, I think the Knicks could have won 4 out of 5. I think if Jalen Brunson was there tonight, they would have won. Because remember, the Knicks had a point where they were winning, and Clippers kept fighting back and forth, but the Knicks couldn't pull away. If Jalen Brunson was there tonight, I think the Knicks would have pulled away and they would have beat the Clippers. But, it is what it is. Jimmy Henry says, my bright spots are that Cat plays better than expected. Huck and Kolek played better when given a chance in minutes. OG and Macau is superb when the ball moves. That's fair. I agree with that. So once again, Craig, I'm not going to necessarily agree with that because I think now the team has been forced to learn how to play without Jalen Brunson. Every team has to go through certain things, right? The team has been forced to learn how to play without Jalen Brunson. They've been forced to move the ball and believe in each other. Sometimes it's still not enough because, they are missing Jalen Brunson. I mean, he's a good player, great player. But I think when Jalen comes back, they're going to move the ball. And I think certain things that come from this are going to continue. I think OG is going to remain aggressive. I think he's learned something about himself and he can do some things. It doesn't always look pretty, but he gets it done. And I think Macau, we've learned as fans, and hopefully the coaching staff has learned that you got to get Macau going, right? It's almost like the same thing that they used to do with Julius Randle, have him get in the first quarter so he gets going. I don't know. Maybe with Macau, it's a little different. His thing is more about ball movement and running around the court, getting to certain spots, being fluid. The Knicks got to get Macau going in order for him to be more successful and a little bit more consistent. They got the answers. They just got to do it. And Cat has to remain aggressive. Cat's fine. I'm not mad at what Cat does. He just has to remain aggressive. And we'll go from there. Oh, no, it won't. Craig, I don't think it will. You know why? Because I think what a lot of us fans, I do that to be nice. A lot of fans, I'm not going to put me in it because I wasn't doing it. A lot of fans have forgot that when we were playing well early in the season, we were moving the ball with Jalen Brunson. The isocentric style of play that's happened over the last month and a half or so, a month or so, whatever. Maybe no, it's more time, month and a half or so. But that's because the Knicks went away from what they were doing well, and the Knicks ran into such big problems when they couldn't shoot the 3. We couldn't shoot the 3 for almost a month, maybe over a month. We couldn't shoot the 3. That's terrible, by the way. But that's going to force you to do certain things. What it forced the Knicks to do is they started to become an inside team. You guys were watching how many points in the paint we started scoring, 50, 60. We had one game, which I don't even know if I've ever seen that as a Knicks fan. Like maybe I did, but I don't remember. We had 70 points in the paint against one team. I can't remember which team it was, but I thought that was crazy. What, 70? So, yeah, they learned how to play differently. But the other issue too is they started depending on Jalen Brunson even more. So, and then that's just bad. And of course Tibbs sees that, and he's catering the team to do that. It's just bad. It's bad. It's a bad style of play. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna go back to that. I think that was like rock bottom. I don't think we're playing that. I don't think we're gonna play that poorly anymore. But we'll see. But if it does happen here and there, don't be surprised, because that's ISO is kind of how Jalen plays. So it's gonna happen here and there. But I'm just saying I don't think they're gonna go back to depending on him to be that way and not getting their own shots and not moving the ball. Yeah. I mean, I think that's about it, guys. I mean, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Shout out to my guy Heck in the building. What up, my brother? What it do? Said Ron, what it do, fam? Hope all is well. Baseball is back. Let's go Yankees. Let's go Mets. Tomorrow's opening day. Let's get it. Oh, man. There's a lot going on in sports right now, especially in New York sports. But yeah, guys, let's see who we got next on the docket. So we got 10 games left. So I want to look at the next 10 anyway, real quick, just to see what we got. We've got, all right. So next up, all right, my app is acting kind of funky. It moved away. All the freaking things are gone. I'm like, what is happening here? Disgusting. All right, let's see. Next up is the Milwaukee Bucks, right? Then after Milwaukee, we got the Portland Trailblazers. Then after the Trailblazers, we got the 76ers. And then after the 76ers, we got the Cavaliers. Then Atlanta, and then Phoenix. So here's my thought, right? The last games of the season, Brooklyn Nets, that game is going to be trash. Cleveland Cavaliers, the second to last game. I think Cleveland's going to sit all their players. Whatever. You got a game against Detroit. Now that Detroit game could mean something. So we got to wait to see what happens there. And then there's a Boston game. 4 games from the last game of the season. I think Boston will probably sit a lot of their players in that one too. So really, the games that I'm looking forward to is the Detroit game, the Phoenix Suns game, the Atlanta Hawks game, this first Cleveland Cavaliers game on April 2nd, because I think that should be a regular game where everybody will play. And I guess the next game, the Milwaukee game. Oh, we got to play Portland again. But yeah, the Milwaukee game. The 76ers game, I mean, they don't have anybody over there for the most part. I mean, if you want to see Quentin Grimes again, but that's pretty much it. So, and let's look at it from a different standpoint. You got 10 games left. What games should the Knicks win? They should beat Portland. I know they could beat Milwaukee. I'm just not going to count it. I'm trying to be safe here. They should beat Portland. They should beat the 76ers. That's 2. They should beat the Celtics when they play them, because I think the Celtics are going to sit people. That's 3. They should beat Cleveland when they play Cleveland, because I think Cleveland's going to sit people. That's 4. And they should beat Brooklyn on the last game of the season. Although they probably, that's probably going to be a trade-off. The Knicks might rest guys in that one, so they're going to have to win something else. But that would be 4 wins right there. With Brooklyn, that would be 5. But I think the Knicks, Tom Thibodeau might actually sit players for the last game of the season. So, where do you pick up a victory? Portland, 76ers, Boston, Atlanta maybe? The Atlanta game on Saturday, a matinee, a 3 p.m. game. And then that second Cleveland game, I would think that could be a win as well. Either way, I think the Knicks can win 5 or 6 of the next 10 without a problem. But we'll see what happens. Hey man, same here, my brother. Appreciate you as always, bro. Good to see you. But all right, guys, that is it, and I am out. Stay tuned next Monday for SKF back on Monday night. And next Wednesday, April 2nd, will be that game against Cleveland. So definitely looking forward to that. I just want to thank everybody. Appreciate you guys for being here, showing love to the show. Once again, this Saturday, we're going to do a little mini reboot of the raffle to the SKF Army. We're going to raffle off the stuff that, didn't get claimed this last time around. And also, please, if you haven't checked out the Still Knicks Fans Discord, check it out. It's pinned to the chat. Join, man. We gonna get that going and obviously make it a place where a 24/7 hub, right? So we can talk about Knicks all the time, no matter who's on. We got our Knicks fans that are in different states. You got Knicks fans that are in the Philippines, want to talk Knicks at different times, all times of the hour, man. So definitely check it out. It should be pretty fun. Appreciate you guys once again. As I always say, tell a friend who tells a friend who tells another friend. Still Knicks fans. We'll be back again, whether it be on Monday nights, usually at 9 p.m. for SKF Weekly with myself, my brother John, and my brother Jose, or on Saturdays for Know the Ledge at 11:30-ish, where I talk you guys off the ledge and, we open it up and get into that panel discussion with you guys. So continue to support, continue to mess with us, man. We mess with y'all heavy. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything. And I want you guys to remember this. The good, the bad, the ups and the downs. No matter what, we are still Knicks fans, man. So keep that in mind, guys. Always stay true to yourselves. Stay true to your team. They're going to be bad sometimes, but hopefully they're better, most of the time. We can hope. Anyway, man, once again, I thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. Stay up, one yourself. And as I like to say, be good. And if you can't be good, hey, be good at it. I'm out. Later.
New York Knicks. First. Go Knicks.
We can finally, start playing, man. So much talk this whole summer. It's felt like so long because we've had so much to talk about. At times it's been kind of slow, but we've been talking, right? But we've actually had a really good off season for this New York Knicks team, and it's been very active. There's been a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, Knicks family, we in the building. I am the Objective Fan from the Objective Knicks Fan channel. And I'm going to give a big salute to Ron and John from Still Knicks Fans.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Knicks family, I'm Stephanie, a.k.a. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. We are still Knicks.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Lady and the Chef from Two Knicks Chick Podcast. Still a Knicks fan.
What's good, party people in the place to be? It's your man.
What's up, everybody? This is Steve Black 21 at Two Knicks Chicks Podcast, and I'm still a Knicks fan.
Yo, this is your boy Sim from Nothing But Knicks. Through all the struggles, through all the heartache and pain, ladies and gentlemen, I am still a Knicks fan.
Peace, y'all. This is Apollo Reed from the Garden Knicks crew. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm still a Knicks fan.
I'm still here. We're still here.